Crackin' Jokes, brought to you tonight by J.J. Dayton's Custom Holiday Sausages. The perfect gift for family member or loved one who has everything. Custom, perfectly aged sausages in your choice of pork, beef, venison, duck, elk, fish, wild hog, horse, bison, snake, possum, lobster, and many more. All made with love right here in the U.S. of A.
What's up, COVID kids? Welcome to this episode of the Flying Squid podcast. Welcome, Zach Parker. He is one of the founders of Crackin' Jokes, which is developing into something bigger. We are the Flying Squid. We have podcasts. We have an improv league. We have tons and tons of comedy stuff going on. And if you guys aren't too busy social distancing and swiping on Tinder and Bumble, I hope you guys will go over to FlyingSquidComedy.com and check out all our offerings when you get a chance. Enjoy this episode, FlyingSquidComedy.com.
Let's get cold and heartless.
Welcome to the Flying Squid podcast, brought to you by the Flying Squid. Oh man, that never gets old, ever. I'm with Zach Parker. What's up, Zach?
Hey, Owen.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, so cool. Talking about your new job. That's exciting. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's scary. It happened on Tuesday. I got promoted to head bartender at the bar I work at. And then last night I made a grievous error where I sold a $300 bottle of wine that looks exactly the same almost as a $500 bottle of wine, and then proceeded to open the $500 bottle of wine and give it to them. So...
Well, that's probably fine, though.
Day one, right out the bat.
I feel like they mark that shit up so much.
They do. We didn't lose any actual money. We just lost potential profit.
Potential profit, yeah. Whatever the hell that means.
$200.
Yeah.
What it means.
It's $200, but I mean, still, that bottle of wine probably cost like $4.83.
Yeah, absolutely.
I used to work at Last Resort, and people would come in and be like, "Oh, this wine,"
yeah.
And I'd be like, and I'd look it up on our price list, and it'd be like $21.
Yeah,
and then I go to see it at the liquor store for $21.
But the pleasure of drinking it in the restaurant, wow, you can't match that.
Oh yeah, dude. The presentation and the
That's
little
what it's all about. That's what you're paying for.
Swirl and the sugar legs and the tannins.
Me smiling and winking at your wife.
Well,
that's what you're paying all that money for.
I feel like people would pay just for that. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to work that out, but for right now I have to make him drinks as well.
Well,
it's a whole thing.
Well, I mean, I feel like you're halfway there.
Yeah.
At least you got the audience. They're captive.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So then you can start upselling them.
Making inroads.
You got to start somewhere.
Exactly.
And that's a good place to be.
Yeah.
To have their attention in the first part. Unbutton that shirt one little button at a time.
Show off a little bit there.
That's nice.
It's not much, but not a lot of chest hair there. But
a nice little chest patch you got there.
Something.
To me, that's so funny. And people come up to me and they're like, "I wish I could grow a beard." And I'm like, I literally do nothing.
Yeah.
The rest of me looks like a Brillo pad. You don't really want this problem. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like...
It's a blessing and a curse.
I stink more because that's how that works. When you sweat on hair, that's what makes you smell bad.
Yeah.
I know people who don't have any hair on their bodies. They don't take showers for weeks.
Yeah, and they're fine.
They're fine.
Yeah.
Nobody ever knows.
My buddy Carter always complains that why am I the one that everyone says smells bad? I was like, well, because you smell bad, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. You sweat and then that absorbs into your hair.
Your skins, hairs, and
yeah. That's why bears smell so bad.
Yeah.
You smell bears for like a mile away.
Is that real?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. If you're like downwind, they have a good sense of smell too.
So they smell you.
They smell you too. Yeah. They definitely smell me because I'm basically a bear. Yeah.
That's what they would call you. Yeah. I think in the communities.
Yeah. Certain communities would call me a bear, and I've definitely had, I've been in situations where I'm pretty sure I know what it's like to be. I don't know. I don't want to say the word harassed, but annoyed by people, touched inappropriately, rubbed on, sniffed, huffed, touched
and huffed.
without permission. It just
absolutely.
I've had advances made on me that were unwelcomed advances.
You're a specimen.
I'm not saying I'm not saying that I got it bad. I don't. I'm happy, and I try to take it as a form of flattery. I was like Keith. Robinson was one of the comics on the ship that I was just on. Dude, he was so funny. He did this bit about some somebody was complaining about them having their hair smelled. And he's like, somebody sniffed your hair. Can't you just tell them to fucking stop? You know, he's like, dude, I was walking down the street in Washington, D.C. Somebody came out of the bushes, grabbed my testicles and pulled on them 3 times, 3 times. Then ran back into the bushes and looked back at me like I was going to chase him back in there. And he's like, you know what? I'm fine. It was so funny. Oh, my God, dude. So many really funny comics were on that ship. Jim Brewer was amazing. The guy is like... on another level. Like he just did like 2 completely different hours on the ship.
Wow.
And the second hour, the first 20 minutes was just him just going to town in the venue.
On the crowd?
Yeah, on the crowd, about everything, just off the cuff.
I mean, crowd work is something that I've never really mastered like that, and like to see comics like that, like our friend Shanik Godkini, he's just a master of crowd work, and he will just get up on stage and just like spin a yarn for however long, and he's like, oh shit, I need to actually do some material now before my time's up. And that's incredible to me. And as someone who doesn't quite have that.
Yeah, there are some really good. Big J. Okerson's incredible. I saw him the previous year on Jokers, and the stuff that he did was amazing. He was picking on a brother and sister that had come on the cruise, and he was like, how are you guys, if you find somebody that's cute, do you hook up in the same room, or... what if she finds somebody that she thinks is cute? Have you guys gotten laid yet? I mean, he got really deep into it and spun the yarn that, well, you two, brother and sister, you're just going to have to hook up. So it was amazing how he did it. Watching it was like straight up magic the whole time. Like he knew exactly where he was going, and the way that he like circled around it and just played with it was hilarious.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so we had we've been doing a lot of stuff here, lots of improv and stand up for the people out there, and Zach is instrumental part and one of the founders of Crackin' Jokes actually, and now we're doing the Flying Squid stuff. So wanted to have you over to just kind of talk a little bit about where this whole idea came from a little bit, and how we got to the place that we are.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna play some Squidagories as well.
Great.
But yeah, so you and Kelly started doing Crackin' Jokes like what, 5 years ago, something like that?
Yeah, I guess it might have been 2014. Might have been 2015. I think it was 2015.
That's still 5 good years.
Yeah, 5 years. An accidental organization is essentially what I would call where we're at now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not an accident now. It's actually very deliberate.
Yeah.
As you know, we are trying pretty hard as a team. But it was certainly, at the whim of a bunch of drunks from the beginning. We've talked about this story, but...
Sounds like how countries are made.
Yeah, I think, especially back in the day, it's a lot more difficult nowadays.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to start a country now. Yeah. There's a lot of red tape.
You try, you fail, but you keep moving. But,
yeah.
And that's kind of what it was. It was just like we had fun making these events. Like we had a blast putting on these shows and performing and facilitating performance and all that. So we kept doing it. And then eventually we decided, hey, why not try to, actually make it a living, make it a job, and see how far we can push it. Because that was always the thing. It was like we met after the third Crackin' Jokes, and we were like, well, what are we gonna do now? You guys want to keep doing this? I was like, yeah, let's just push it. Let's just keep pushing this and see how far it will roll. And it's still rolling, baby. Yeah,
and you were the one who came up with the name, The Flying Squid. Last time when I talked to Kelly, he told me that everybody kind of had their own horses that they were betting on. He really liked Gorgeous George's. Somebody was like, oh, we could call it Ashtray. We could call it Infidelity, which I think that guy was probably a little high, maybe. But, basically nobody really loved The Flying Squid.
The Itchy Cricket?
The Itchy Cricket was one?
Was one.
Oh, my God. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's
topical.
Weird. I mean, it almost doesn't matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, you want to have something that can be called back to and represents the brand, whatever.
Yeah.
So I think the Flying Squid's cool. So a lot of people like cephalopods,
Yeah.
There's a bit of an audience there.
I think they're coming in hot now too. I think there's a cultural wave of cephalopods coming Look out, world.
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
calling it. I'm Babe Ruth right now, calling my shot.
I like it. I dig it. Cephalopods, cephalopodcasts, we're doing all of that stuff. And with tentacles, octopi, squids, ink. It's pretty neat. We are happy to have a little bit of a collaboration going on. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I like seeing that. And it's really cool to be able to participate in something that's bigger than just a person or whatever, you know. And also just the philosophy and the way that everybody works, the transparency of everything has been amazing. So let's get into this game a little bit. We're going to get to know you a little bit by some of these zany questions that are kind of absurd.
Uh-oh.
But basically how this game works is I'm going to rattle off a category, and I'm going to roll this die. And it has a bunch of letters on it. Not all of the
Not
letters.
every letter, as we've decided.
Yeah, I think it's 20. It's a 20-sider.
20-sider,
So
yeah,
6
yeah.
letters are missing. Yeah, but then I'm just going to, we'll start with something pretty easy. Okay, that's our
And that's the bell.
our cue. Here we go. All right, first spin. Here we go. All right, letter C. I hate it too. Letter
do it.
C, made up kinds of candy that start with the letter C.
I just got corn, which is
Corn.
technically
It is already.
a
Candy corn.
form of candy.
But corn on the cob candy. Corn on the cob.
Cob candy.
Corn on the cob candy.
It's just the cob. There's no corn on it.
Right.
Just the cob.
It's just the cob.
Yeah, that's the new one.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's do 5 of these.
5 of those. Okay, cool. We got cob. We got crazy crunchers.
Crazy Crunchers, man. One of my favorites.
Mostly rice based, but
Yes.
people love that.
I love it.
Cackling Krispies.
Cackling Krispies. Also made of rice.
Also made of
I
rice.
believe.
Yeah. I think I need to get away from the rice.
Well, rice candy is, it's not represented enough
in the
in our
U.S.
culture.
market, certainly. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's about time someone said it.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's
I'm
what
finally
we're
standing
here
up,
to do today.
championing rights of candy rights.
Of rice candies.
Crayons, I feel like.
Yeah. Crayons.
Just crayons.
Just
no
Aren't crayons
sugar added.
already
No
edible?
fructose corn syrup. They're non-toxic.
It's like Rose Art crayons. Was
They're
that, like,
safe for kids' consumption.
Did you ever have I think they were markers, the Rose Art. They each had a smell too. I don't know how many times I saw a kid licking those markers. It's like, why would you think that that's an okay thing to do? Like, wow, this smells like candy. Let me fucking eat it.
Yeah, that's what it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I might have been that kid.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, so that's good. That's 4.
That's 4.
Yeah. One more.
The last one is going to be Curly Dews.
Curly Dews. They look like French fries.
Yeah.
But they're really sweet.
In fact, almost too sweet. I think it's like I pictured like a deep fried licorice sort of thing, just like curls up and is just sickly sweet.
Yes.
Eat 7 and guaranteed stomach ache.
Yeah, immediately you come down with diabetes.
Curly
it
Dews.
happens fast. Curly Dews. All right, cool. Let's do another one. Let's go with T.
A much more forgiving
Secret menu items. Starting
secret menu items.
with letter T.
The bomb.
Yes.
That's the first one, I think. It's a.
Is it a sandwich or?
I think it's a sandwich. It's a sandwich with too much stuff on it.
Okay.
Yeah, and they call it the bomb because of what happens after you eat it.
Yes. And well, yeah, I feel like more foods should do that. Like, this is going to describe what's going to happen after
Nice
you eat
and
it.
easy.
Yeah, the nice and easy. That's like a
Fiber
like a
and
shake
Yeah,
with
yeah.
like an Ovaltine is
Yeah.
nice and easy.
Okay. Secret menu item.
Starting with a letter T.
Tripwire. I feel like
Tripwire.
I'm going in the same vein. Tripwire. It's
Like one really long piece of spaghetti.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Just wrapped around. One really long piece of spaghetti on a stick.
Yes, on a stick. Tripwire. Yeah.
Tripwire. Share it with your lover.
Yes,
In an alley.
It's
for
kind of like
peak
tantra
romance.
with
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
Because you're so far away from each other, and you just start chomping down on it. By the time you get to each other, you're just so turned on, but also so full that you just have to like lay down and spoon at that point. There's really nothing else you can do.
Absolutely.
Yep. Let's do one more.
We got the Teresa,
The Teresa.
which is actually just a bowl of soup.
It's just a bowl of
Pretty
soup.
plain.
Yeah. A plain, bland bowl of soup.
It's
But
the secret menu item that you never wanted to order.
it's the charity item.
yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
It's like the Mother Teresa
yeah.
bowl of soup.
Absolutely. It's just like
It's terrible.
goopy, gruely.
Yeah. If
sort of
you go in there.
hominy based.
Yeah. You go in there, you don't have any money. You order the Teresa.
Teresa, and they're like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. There you go.
Here you
go, kiddo.
It's free.
There, it's
Get the fuck out.
That's awesome.
Told you about this.
Yeah, right. All right, cool. Let's go with S. People that you wouldn't fight, starting with the letter S.
Steve Austin.
Oh God.
Stone Cold Steve Austin specifically.
That's a good call.
I would not fight him. I would like to drink a beer with him, maybe pick his brain, but if he got a little aggro, I'd just get out of there.
Yeah,
I'd get right out.
I saw on the wrestling cruise that we did, Gabriel Iglesias,
Ah.
and he talked about doing a podcast with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and how afterwards he had to take a shit. And Steve, he didn't realize he had to take a shit, I think, until he was in the bathroom. But he was like, hey, Steve, can I use your bathroom? And he was like, is it number 1 or number 2? And he's like, number 1. So Steve Austin takes him to his master bathroom where his personal commode is.
Yeah.
And stands outside of it while Gabriel Iglesias is in there. And while he's in there, he has to poop. And it just happens. And then,
Did he ask for permission? It's like, hey, maybe we transfer to a different toilet here.
I think he tried to just make it as quiet as possible and just sneak it out.
You never want to sneak a poop.
And it didn't go over very well with Stone Cold Steve Austin. It was a good story. I don't want to ruin it. You guys should go check it out. I'm sure it's on his YouTube channel or something, But I wouldn't want to fight Stone Cold Steve Austin either.
Certainly not on his own turf.
No, definitely not after taking a crap in his personal toilet.
Better than before crap.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely, because that's not going to end well.
No.
That's really bad.
Might be a way out, though. Might be a way out of an ass beating.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Just crap your pants.
Crap your pants,
Kids.
roll around in it.
If you're gonna get beat up, just poop your pants. Okay?
Yep.
Do whatever it takes to avoid an ass beating. That's what I've always said,
Yeah.
and stand by that today.
Yeah, seems smart. Who else would you not want to fight?
Who else would I not fight? Steven Spielberg.
Okay.
I feel like he's got so much money. If I fight him, I could probably. He's an old guy, right?
Sure.
I mean, time has taken its course. I could beat him up. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. I'm faster. He's got mass, but I have agility and just like the raw will to survive. However, he would come for me with everything he's got, which is a lot.
Yeah, he's got lawyers.
Lawyers.
Yeah.
He could just hire some dudes to come and like harass me.
True.
No, it would be over for me. If he wanted it, even without fighting him, if Steven Spielberg wanted me to have a worse quality of life, he could make it happen with very little effort on his part.
Yeah, it sucks when people have that much power. I know personally.
Yeah, how dare you, Steven Spielberg?
All right, let's do one more. One more person you wouldn't want to tangle with, starting with the letter S.
The letter S. One more person I wouldn't want to tangle with. Stephen Smalley, also another alliteration. It's this kid I went to high school with. Great guy. I just, like, we've had our differences over the years. We're not close anymore. We used to play tennis together, but just a great guy. And Steven, if you're out there listening to this, I wouldn't want to fight you, man. I hope it never comes to that. I will, but I don't want to.
Yeah. All right, Steven. Yeah, this goes out to you. Yeah, I just learned that you played tennis. Have you always played tennis? Let's talk a little bit about that. Tennis.
Not always. I used to play baseball, and then I started playing tennis, and then I quit baseball because I realized that I hated baseball.
Yeah.
Tennis taught me that, so I will forever love tennis for that.
Well, the ball's so much harder in baseball.
And the biggest thing, and I wasn't great at baseball. I was good enough to continue playing for too long, which is like that weird in between. But the worst part to me was the people that you have to surround yourself with if you're playing baseball. You guys out there, baseball players suck. Kind of the worst. They just a bunch of bros, especially in South Georgia. So a bunch of douchebags.
Is that where you're from, South Georgia?
Yeah, I'm from the middle of nowhere, South
Where?
Georgia. Sylvania.
My whole family's from Bainbridge, Georgia.
Bainbridge. I don't know where that is.
It's southwest.
Okay, I'm southeast. I'm,
Sowega.
Near, over in the
Savannah,
swampy,
swamps and stuff.
swampy, sandy.
That's cool.
Area.
Yeah, I have some friends from Adel. I have some friends from another place that I can't remember that's over there, southeast Georgia.
Yeah, I'm from near Statesboro. That's
Okay.
essentially the way I'll describe it. If you know what Georgia is,
Yeah.
then there's that.
Yep. Tennis.
Much better sport.
It's hard.
There's pretty women. There's nice people. It's commanding of my attention, which has always been an issue for me. Instead of like baseball where you just like stand around and wait for something to happen. It's like, okay, something's going to happen now. And then that thing stops and you get to like take a break. And then
Yeah, baseball is the golf of sports. Let's be honest.
Which
right?
golf is not.
Not a sport.
No.
No.
It's just a thing that old rich men do, I think.
Exactly, yeah. It's funny. I've been thinking about the golf course recently and just like all the presidents that go play golf together, but they hate each other and stuff.
Yeah.
Remember like Bush and Obama would go play golf? I'd be like, aren't these guys sworn enemies? I mean,
I think that George Bush doesn't really care is the crux of it.
I don't think anybody in that arena really knows what's really going on. I mean, maybe they do, but I don't know. I would just say that like in almost any room, I could pick somebody out who, if I went golfing with them, I would want to smack them over the head with a 3-wood by the 4th or 5th hole.
Yeah. The last time I went golfing, it was just. I mean, granted, I've only been golfing 3 times in my life. Me and my friends like got this tee time, and we're out there doing it. And it's just like 13th hole, no, we're skipping it. 18 holes is insane.
It's a lot.
It's too much.
It's a lot.
And I just get bored. Now, I would like to revisit the sport or the activity. It's not a sport. That's what
It's
we
an
established.
activity.
It's an activity.
For sure.
Certainly something.
Yeah, checkers, chess, golf, spelling bees, all in the same category, for sure.
Yeah.
The last time I went golfing, my friends, they got a little tipsy.
See, that's what I'd like to revisit the golf course with a bunch of beer.
Yeah,
and
we need to
see how
go
that goes.
to like a cow pasture type golf
yeah, like
course.
a shitty like rural golf
Yeah.
course and just do whatever we want.
Right.
Drive that golf cart, baby.
Yeah, they turned the golf cart over. I was at the top of the hill and they just took it, bombed it down. Well, I think we each had because there was 4 of us. So they had a golf cart, we had a golf cart, and they literally like just bombed down the hill, not on the cart path at all. And then just flipped it at the bottom of the hill. And we drove down there like, are you guys okay? They were fine. They were laughing their asses off. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, that could be a really easy way to get injured.
Yeah,
Really
I've broken a leg on a golf cart before.
Broken a leg on a golf cart.
Yeah, flipped off the back.
Whoa.
Snapped it right in half.
You got to try.
Blow.
You got to try to do that. But
Thanks. Hats off to my sister for that one. She really worked hard and got my leg to break.
we had a golf cart when I was in like high school, and I drove it like a madman.
Absolutely.
It was so fun. But nothing too bad ever happened, you know? Ran over a few people, but
Well, you know, it happens. I've been run over by a golf cart more times than I've had my leg broken by a golf cart. I'll tell you that much.
If you want to make an omelet,
you got to run over a few children.
You got to run over a few legs.
Yeah.
You know, like that's just how it's gonna go. Well, cool. Let's do a couple more, or one more or so, or whatever. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. I think this will be a fun one. P. Appliances from the future, starting
Don't
with the
let
letter
these peas pop.
P.
Appliances from the future?
From the future.
The Philomenator.
Philomenator is an amazing contraption.
Yeah, it's like a wand, and I think I've seen this maybe in the Jetsons or something. And you just bloop, and it like pulls your hair up because in the future, obviously, updos are the thing. It just
Oh, that's cool.
just teases your hair right up, and then you're ready for your day.
No Aquanet necessary.
No,
You just
you don't have to no product.
you magic wand it.
Yeah,
And it just goes.
wop, 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 wop.
Yep. Oh, that's a cool look. You can look like a
The Philomenator.
kid from Kid and Play. Is it Play or Kid? Maybe
think
it's Play. Oh, I
don't
think
know.
it's Kid. I don't know.
I've only ever seen House Party
It's like seven
7
times.
times.
Yeah.
So not on only the first one.
Well, it's a good movie. It's
Yeah.
actually fun. It's a fun movie
Yeah.
to watch.
And those guys are wacky looking, and I like
They are
looking at
wacky.
them.
Yeah, and they're fun.
Specifically kid or play,
Whichever one has
whoever
that,
we're talking about.
that hair. That
Yeah.
hair is awesome.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, it is some weird, wild
He
stuff.
needs a philometer.
He needs he is a human philometer.
Human philometer.
He's probably the guy who's going to invent it for us.
Yeah.
In the future. What other appliances from the future do we have starting with the letter P?
The prehistoric viewfinder.
Oh yeah.
So, it's just like a time machine, but you can't actually reach into time. You can just see what's going on. It's like for your kids,
That's cool.
And you just turn the TV on and just like they move it around.
Yeah. It's like
You get to look into the world.
remember those like
But it's the actual, prehistoric times that they're seeing, not just some,
But there's no danger of like getting attacked by a velociraptor.
yeah, or
You
causing a chain reaction that ripples through time.
just, right. No butterfly effect
no,
or any
none
of
of
that.
that. Yeah, yeah.
You just get to see what
Just get
happened
to see.
in the past. I like that because it's safe.
It's safe
It's friendly
for the
and
whole
fun.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Learning opportunity.
Let's do one more. You got one more of these? I think
Right.
you're doing pretty
I
good.
got one more of these. I think we're gonna go for the. No. My mind went straight to penis, but we're gonna stay
Well.
away from that.
I'll be honest. My mind's been on penis all day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ain't that okay? Well, let's just stick with it then. the penile rejuvenator.
Penile rejuvenator.
It'll be stuck in every home. It's like a kitchen appliance, After coitus, post coitus, you just walk into the kitchen, grab yourself a glass of water, and just got to stand there, press
Let
the
it soak?
button.
Just like
Yeah,
a
just-
cotton candy machine.
Yeah, kind of. I was exactly like a. I was picturing something similar to that. It was just like a vertical cotton candy machine, just sort of spinning. Mm-hmm. Just spins a little web around you, and 5 minutes.
No, that's great.
Back to normal.
Yeah.
No
more scabs.
no more scabs. You say, because after coitus, it could be a little rough and tumble sometimes.
I mean,
It can be
sometimes it's a little dry. You get an Indian rug burn down there.
Yeah, it's an active thing. You got pulling and pushing, and it gets a little beat up.
Yeah,
You
people
just need a little pampered
in the future don't need to use so much coconut oil.
Yeah.
They just use the penile. What do you call it again?
Rejuvenator?
Rejuvenator? The penile
that's what we
rejuvenator.
said, yeah.
Penile rejuvenator before and or after.
Yeah.
I feel like it could go,
Either way, depending on how you're feeling that day, if you're feeling fresh, not fresh,
Yeah.
you
Well, I'm usually not very fresh down there, if I'm being
I
completely
mean,
honest.
you were talking about how
much
hairy you
hair?
were and how stinky you are.
Yeah. Hairy
Earlier.
and stinky. Yeah,
So-
for all the women out there, hairy and
I think that
stinky.
just concentrates in one spot realistically.
And dude, I mean, I even have a bit about it, but it's like, it's true. Like I try to manscape, but it just doesn't fit. It's like I don't know, it's like a shaved chicken, and then a bunch of, like a Sasquatch up top and like a shaved
keep
bird.
going. Where do you
Yeah,
stop? Where's the
exactly.
line?
Like I have to shave my whole body, then my
Yeah.
face looks like a hard-boiled egg, and
It's like giving an Italian a haircut. It's just like
What's the point?
when's the hairline in the back?
Yeah.
You just got to choose at some point.
Yeah.
That's where your
where's the
hairline
neck
stops.
and
Yeah.
where's the head? Like
Yeah.
where do we?
What's
We got to draw a line.
yeah, what
somewhere.
are you doing? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not attractive, and I'm sorry to admit it, but it is what it is on the podcast. We're here to be honest and
Yeah.
unflinching.
I'll never lie to you. And I did not look at Owen when I said that.
Yeah, I wish we
I'm
just
talking
had
to
that
you,
face.
listeners at home. I'll never lie to you.
We're gonna make a selfie for the podcast with Zach making that exact face.
Yeah.
So so that's gonna basically kind of do it for this particular episode of the podcast. Everybody, you can follow Zach. Zach Makes Photo on Instagram. Where else can people find you? And what else? What else you want to say?
FlyingSquidComedy.com.
Oh, that's a
Come
good place.
See
Yeah,
our things and our stuff.
things and stuff.
Cracking Jokes is another great place to see me posting and doing things. Come see me at South Kitchen and Bar. I'll be slinging drinks.
Go give this man some money.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, go in there. Let him hit on your wife. She'll have the time of her life, and she'll go home.
It's a very
and
non-aggressive sort of situation. Too.
she'll
I'm
go
not-
home, and she will give you coitus
Yeah.
and maybe a little bit extra.
Yeah.
She might even, how good are rim jobs? I mean, come on. Let's be honest.
let's be honest.
Yeah, they're the best.
The stuff of dreams.
I was all my Bitcoins.
Is this another future appliance here?
The future appliance, the Rim Jobinator.
The Rim Jobinator, yeah, absolutely. Very expensive.
You come home and you just bend over and
you're like, ugh.
It's been a long
day, honey.
Yeah. Well, we're such a sedentary society now.
Yeah.
It's not like I was on my feet all day. I was on my ass all day.
Yeah.
So I need to come home. I need somebody to give me a little.
If you, it's the same principle as like a foot massage bath thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
for
exactly.
your beehole.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the Flying Squid Podcast, brought to you by the Flying Squid.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks, Zach. Appreciate you taking the time. That was great. Thanks, everybody, for listening to this episode with Zach Parker, one of the founders of Crack and Jokes. Remember, everybody, that we are expanding, becoming the Flying Squid. That will incorporate our Improv League, Gorgeous Georges, our other podcasts. Coffee for Communists is out now. Check it out. Folks, we're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. Maybe we're doing it remote. We don't know yet. We're going to play this thing as it comes, but check out all our offerings at FlyingSquidComedy.com. Once again, FlyingSquidComedy.com.